Hi, everybody. Welcome into the Sporting News studio. I'm Stephen Levine. We are taking a look at each and every March Madness game thanks to UPS and the Team Performance Index. Joining me via telephone is Sporting News college basketball writer Mike DeCourcy, taking a look at the Temple Owls versus the top-seeded Indiana Hoosiers. Temple managed to get by NC State, but if you look at the TPI numbers, they're at a distinct disadvantage against Indiana, Mike.
They are indeed. They are not as proficient at either end of the floor as Indiana is. But here's the thing: where they do have an advantage is they have Khalif Wyatt, and Victor Oladipo is the best wing defender in America, and he would certainly be a candidate for anyone's Defensive Player of the Year award. But this is a different challenge for him because Wyatt plays such a crafty, old-school game. Everything is about angles and leverage and getting to where you want to go, even if you're not faster than the other guy. And that's something that Oladipo hasn't seen a ton of. I mean, he knows how to shut down guys who are athletic, who are mobile. Maybe a guy who is used to playing the catch-and-shoot game, he can take that away. But this is different. He's got to be able to stay in front of Wyatt without fouling. If he gets into foul trouble, that's a problem for Indiana. If Wyatt gets going, that's a problem for Indiana. I think that Oladipo can handle the matchup, but it's certainly something to be aware of as Indiana goes into the weekend's games.
And what about the reverse? Can Temple, who has a below-average defensive measure in terms of TPI, contain Indiana, who has a very outstanding offensive measure?
Well, you know, it's interesting. Indiana's offensive metrics are all great, but there are lots of times when they can be dissuaded from running their offense, or sometimes they dissuade themselves. They don't explore when they explore their offense all the way to the conclusion of a play, they're going to get a great shot, and it's going to come from a very good to great offensive player. When they do that, they are the closest thing to unstoppable as there is in this college basketball season. But as we saw last Saturday against Wisconsin, they can be encouraged to get away from that. So they have to be patient with their offense. If they run their offense through, they are going to score big on Temple. But as I said, we have to see them play their offense to its conclusion, invest in their offense. They are the best offensive team in the country. They can be the best team in the country if they'll do what I said.
You should just call them up. They should listen to you.
I've been talking about this for months on television, in print, and I'm sure they've been hearing it. I know they've been hearing it because I talked about it with Jordan Hulls during the Big Ten tournament. I know they've been hearing it from their coaches. The question is, does it get translated on the floor? Sometimes it doesn't. Those have been the tougher games. When they've done it, they've really played well.
All right, that's Mike DeCourcy. I'm Stephen Levine in the Sporting News studio. Thanks a lot to the UPS Team Performance Index, who's sponsoring all our March Madness matchup analysis.